This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pit Stop, where we, the pit crew, are here to hang out and talk about sim racing and just go what is going on in the world of sim racing each and every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., just to talk sim racing news. And I do believe we are the only channel. There are a lot of streaming channels, a lot of entertainment channels in the world of sim racing. And we compete with the best of the best in the world of interviews, reviews, and watch me drive videos, all that stuff. But I think we can safely say that with the Pit Stop, we are the only daily sim racing news channel. And it is a pleasure to be here with my friends, the pit crew, just to talk about our favorite hobby, sport, common interest, and that being sim racing. So what is going on in the world of sim racing today? We know that Race Room has a lot of different competitions going on, but now we have another one. So in addition to the other Mercedes AMG eSport competitions they have going on, they have a special event going on at the Mercedes-Benz Museum where you can qualify for an additional live event on July 8th. The winner will participate in the e-racing final in Hockenheim. So if you go to their Twitter feed for Race Room, you'll find out all about this. But this is just like another level of that whole Mercedes AMG eSport competition that's growing and getting bigger, and maybe one of the best esports to actually get involved in. Race Room's a great sim, so it should be good fun as well. And I like that DTM style car. If I even stated that correctly, but I love sedan racing. So hello to everybody who's joined the channel, everybody who's here to talk about sim racing, and what else is going on. iRacing is kind of reminding us because we have talked about it in the past, but part of the whole Mazda Hot Lap Challenge is winning a VIP trip to the 2019 Rolex 24 at Daytona. So this is a big deal. It's not just the pride and just not, all of that, but a VIP trip to the Rolex 24. I mean, the Rolex 24 sitting in the grandstands, rain or shine, is on my bucket list of things to do. Doing it as a VIP via Mazda and iRacing is going to be that much cooler. As we gear up for the Peak Auto Racing Series, we once again have the power rankings over at NASCAR.com. So if you want to know the who's who, because Keegan Leahy is up 2 positions to number 1 after some great results. Ray Alfala dropped from that top spot. And again, I mention this because we are talking about at NASCAR.com. So once again, we are the headliners at NASCAR, and the power rankings of the best sim racers, NASCAR-style oval racing sim racers on Earth, hands down, are going on at the Peak Antifreeze NASCAR iRacing Series, including their affiliation directly with NASCAR, which is fantastic. FA Racing giving us another bio story. So if you want to know more about Joni, I'm gonna murder his last name. I shouldn't even say names. Now I have to see it. Come on, Cole, get it together. Tormala, yeah. Yoni, is it Joni or Yoni? Yoni Tormala. But they are proclaiming that all around, so from sim to sim to sim, they are saying this is one of the best sim racers on Earth. You don't have to pigeonhole him into one sim to get that elite status. And if you want to know more about him, you'll find that at FA Racing, Logitech. Avid Chronic, you guys need to start doing some driver bio type things. You want to beat the man? You got to be the man. YouTube is experimenting with channel sponsorship, and patrons should be worried. A lot of you guys are part of our patron team. So, name police. I think I said it right. Tormala? Yoni Tormala? I think it's Yoni Tormala. I could probably listen to the video. I could probably find out. But I think that's part of me, is butchering names. Anyway, patrons should be worried. So, YouTube, Twitch, all of the online streaming platforms are making maneuvers right now. How are they going to deal with things like super chat donations? How are they going to deal with things like show sponsorship? YouTube Right now, one of my great dilemmas is the website for the Simpit, and it's actually a broken website at this point, in desperate need of fix. If any of you know anything about websites and think you could help me, please contact me, shaun@thesimpit.com. You be my hero. But they're basically saying, hey, stop doing a website. You know, I look at our new Twitch page, and it allows me to actually put my advertisers on the page if you see us on Twitch. So a lot of changes are going on right now in the streaming world as well, and that affects our show here. Esport, I'm not going to cover esport very much, but when I hear about $100 million prize pool, I gotta mention it. I can't just not mention it. Epic Games has announced a $100 million prize pool for the upcoming Fortnite season. That is insanity. That basically means that I can't imagine Epic Games is putting up all that money. That means their sponsors, they have raised $100 million to give away just in the esport competition. That is phenomenal money. That is as big a money as anything in life. I mean, in terms of competition goes. I mean, give me a break. That's that's everything money. Game you might want to know about, only $8.99, just came out, called Slipstream. Another old school gamer. What does this one remind me of? The coloring, I mean, it's very Miami Vice with all the pink glow. It's kind of an Outrun looking car. I mean, game. That looks like an old 300Z car. Kind of cheesy. But another car driving video game that is out there. Isn't it funny how many, like, is it retro graphics or just cop-out graphics? I'm not sure. Yanni, or is the dress blue? Spatial, well played. That was Yanni or the dress blue. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yes, it is a early looking Need for Speed. Anyway, $8.99 on Steam. Esport, I told you I was going to stop, but again, we're talking the money side of things, so I'm just going to mention it. Look at the growth of esports. This is millions of dollars. So in 2016, $493 million in esport competition. 2017, it saw a big jump up to $696 million. 2018 right now is lining up for $906 million. And by 2021, that's only 3 years from now, we are looking at the esport competition world having a value of $1.65 billion. That I never thought of. I never dreamed esport. Forget sim racing. I never dreamed that gaming, when people were making fun of me when I was 13, 14, 15, 27 years old for playing video games, when girlfriends look at me like, what the hell are you doing with your life playing video games? Well, $1.65 billion is what the competitive side alone. Forget how global and huge gaming is. That number is bigger than the movie industry now. Anyway, moving right along. Host of DLC vehicles arrive for MX versus ATV All Out. So if you love that game, there's some new cars, new bikes. So Husqvarna, KTM, Honda bundles. So you got Honda bundle, KTM bundle, a bunch of new content. Prices start at €239, moving up to €639 for the biggest and best of the bundles. So if you want more content for that one, it is now available to you. This is something I didn't know even existed, and this is the second gen. And I saw this story all over, and it was sent in to me. What's Joa saying? Joa is hysterical, by the way. Last night, Wreckfest, Joa, everybody was hysterical. Last night's Wreckfest was very, very funny. Anyway, Razer's new Core X GPU enclosure basically is like a giant upgrade box where you can just kick the graphics on a mediocre, I believe it works with a PC, but I thought it worked with, it says the new one works with a Mac, and it's basically just a super duper hop up. And it's gotten cheaper, so from $500 down to $299. I don't know if any of you guys have ever tested it out. I'm not that inspired by it. I am inspired by good deals, though. PC Gamer, talking about the Deep Cool Gamer Storm RGB case. 800 with a 850-watt power supply for only $32 after rebate. You're trying to build a bang-for-buck, cheap rig. That is a good case for the money, including a power supply. $32 after rebate. Sad story here, especially if any of you guys got in on this, and one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of crowdfunding startup companies, after crowdfunding $3.2 million for a 3D headphone company. I believe it was a headphone really designed for use with VR, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, years later, the company went belly up. And, you know, you're talking about thousands of people on the pre-order who thought they were going to get a unit and didn't. You know, we could talk about Feel VR, and I'm not saying that's the story that's coming. I'm just saying it's risky. You get in on crowdfunding, and you get nothing guaranteed. That's for sure. I mean, any investment, you get nothing guaranteed. You have to think of it as an investment, but then comparing the money to an investment, I'm not sure it's a wise investment, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, there you go. NVIDIA launches, I heard about this all over the place too, the new 3GB GeForce GTX 1050. This is part of that budget building system. So with this card, you'll probably be able to get away with some pretty solid single frame gaming. Not sure if a 1050 is going to get the job done on triples at the rate that I want to play. Might get it done. But anyway, just to let you know, that GeForce GTX 1050 card is now out. Do we have a price on that? Looking through it here, I did not see a price, but we're not going to dwell on that. That's just kind of thing. If you're building a system, you're going to want to check that out, see how it really performs. You can check this article out at PCWorld.com. Give you some spec differences between it and its predecessors. I don't know how many of you guys have done this. I have not. Best Buy had a gaming program called Gamers Club. And with that, you were getting like 15-20% discount on pre-orders and orders of gaming game-type titles. And I guess it was a pretty good program at only $30 to join it. SimRacer Unknown, is that the email about hosting a Euro Wreckfest? If it is, yes. And I hate to say I'm a little behind on, things keep coming my way. Birthday weekend, so I'm a little behind. Yes. I am going to respond to that email for sure. But at $30, it was a pretty good deal. Anyway, they're closing it. So anybody who has Simpit t-shirt. Anybody who's ordered one and already part of the program, until the end of it, they'll honor it, but nobody will be able to renew or join the program as of now. Awesome, Dan. Very, very cool. The Crew, off-road and street racing gameplay mode. So that was our image of the day, because I thought at first I thought that this was like a car show. And I had to, like, really look a second time to identify that this was a game photo from The Crew, too. But anyway, they have some cool videos showing off their street racing, which looks pretty cool. I mean, whoa. Yes, I'm down for some of this. This has Monday Fun Day written all over it. I'm all over this, for sure. I got to talk to them immediately. And then the off-roading aspects as well that they're showing off. Which, honestly, I mean, just preliminary thoughts. It looks as good as, yeah, through the fence. It looks as good as a lot of off-road games I've seen point to point. You can see your destination out there on the horizon. There it is, 1.9 miles. We're just kind of navigating our own route. Not like you're going to rock crawl those mountains. So it is a little bit limited in terms of, it looks like there is a route, but pretty wide boundaries. Mowing down the cactus. Love it. Yeah, I'm down for some Crew too. I'm definitely down for that. Spintires, we talked about the DLC that was coming with the new map, vehicles, and gameplay changes. And it's going to be free DLC, and we have more information that just came out yesterday. This is at True Achievements. Those guys get a lot of good scoops, by the way. True Achievements, and they give us a little more details. Apparently, it is a coastal map, so it is going to be a different type of terrain and things, and this is coming out on the 29th, free. So I own Spintires. I had fun with it. If you guys own Spintires on the 29th, free DLC, including the D538 heavy-duty tractor and the B6A, a lightweight tractor, in addition to a new map, gameplay, and a bunch of things. Cool. Definitely, you know, looking at the name and the company, everything, Spintires was a little weird when it came out. They have continued to develop, and it's a really pretty loved title by many. Oh, that sucks. I get a lot of money on the rewards program. Every once in a while I go in and they're like, would you like to use your rewards? And I'm like, yeah. And all of a sudden something's like free or nearly free. John Hill, do you do any off-roading in real life? Do you enjoy off-roading? Spintires, like there's a side of me that loves off-road racing. And I've owned a bunch of off-road trucks. Never done anything too extreme. Never done any kind of rock crawling, but I'd love to. And then one of my other secret passions, and maybe you can figure this out by the fact that I love Farm Simulator, I love the concept of driving heavy machinery. Like, I really am jealous of, like, guys who drive bulldozers. Brandon's probably not watching right now, but, I mean, like, I want to drive an earth mover. I want to know what it's like. I want to know about just monster equipment and what it's like. You don't want to mess up our beautiful wilderness. Yeah, that's very funny. WF Facebook post from last Friday. I think the release due at the end of the month. I will triple check that, Sim Racer Unknown. Sorry, forgive me for not having that at the top of my brain right now, but I'll look into that. Thank you for the reminder. I agree, Spatial. It's almost there, but it still has some weird limitations. There's something that still feels a little detached in the driving. Like I'm not 100% in sync with the but you saw me trying to play. I didn't know how to do certain things. I didn't give it enough time, but I can see what you're talking about. Acer Predator X27 G-Sync HDR monitor goes up for pre-order at $2,000. All right, 3840 by 2160 resolution. That's insane. 144 hertz through overclocking. I didn't know. Please tell me what you can overclock a monitor now. Is that new? Has that always been around? Am I misreading something here? I don't want to ruin landscape, Stan. There's a lot of work to be done without ruining landscape. But no, I would like to tear up some dirt, for sure. That would be great. I'd like to do, this shows how novice I am to the world of heavy equipment, but like an excavator. I'd like to do some like that. I watch a lot of that Gold Rush show, and I'd like to do some of that stuff. Anyway, back to the monitor. It says it's capable of reaching 1,000 nits of brightness. I don't know what a nit is, but somebody told me, the man sent this in, and he said that is, like, extremely bright for a monitor. So, anyway, this seems like an incredibly impressive monitor. I didn't give us an overall dimension, did we? We didn't. I don't see an overall dimension. I see resolution, but I don't see how big it is. Interesting. Sorry about that. I wish I had more. Can we link it? Can we get somewhere from here? Forgive me. 27-inch. Yeah, and that's the name, X27. Sorry, you guys. Oh, sorry. I'm not too bright. I'm sorry. eBay has another 15% off everything code going on this week. So, anything on eBay up to $50 of discount. So, as they put it in this article, you can't go buy a you know, a car on eBay Motors and save $5,000. But you can get 15% off. So anybody who's really good at math would know that 15%, if 50 is 15%, I don't know what the total price would be. I need my phone for that. I used to be able to do that kind of math in my head. Anyway, but you can take advantage of that. The code 1 week PMEMDAY. Is that like Memorial Day? PMEM Day. When you go to checkout on eBay. So that's good through May 21st through May 25th. If you're looking to buy anything on eBay right now, take advantage of that. Race department, we talked yesterday about what can you do with the monkey. What can you do with the monkey on TT Isle of Man on the new sidecar monkey mode? That's what I'm calling it. So, as it turns out, and this was brought to my attention right after the show, but I had speculated, well, what do you get to do? Can you be... Anyway, in option 1, you can play as the rider, and the AI is the passenger, being the monkey, moving the weight around. That guy on the sidecar, he's on a left turn. He's getting it all the way over to the left side, holding that thing down. When you're trying to make a right turn, which is like really difficult, he's getting over. He's hanging off in the air over the side of the car. Anyway, that can be done by the AI in option 1. Option 2, player 1 as both rider and passenger. So you use both analog sticks. One, you know, I had a hard enough time just moving the one guy to prevent like over wheeling on acceleration. I don't know if I could do both simultaneously. It's going to be one of those rubbing your tummy and patting your head kind of things. Option 3, player 1 is the rider, player 2 as the passenger. So you could actually do a 2-man team. Now that could be extremely cool, I think. That could be super cool. That'd be a lot of fun. I did have fun playing TT Isle of Man. It is a good quality motorcycle sim. Great speed sensation, and gives you an idea of just how crazy that event is, because I defy you to turn a lap without just completely crashing. I'm sure somebody out there could. It's sort of like running Super Nordschleife. Nordschleife on super steroids. Driving Italia, talking about the GT3 challenge that's going on. So if you're looking for an event, it's going to be Driving Italia GT3 Series Challenge Championship. It's resuming this week, the Mugello circuit. 3 different groups of GT drivers, red, blue, and green servers, different server times. If you're interested, you can find that out at Driving Italia. Also coming from Driving Italia, talking about MXGP, getting into the new compound mode, an area where you can challenge yourself, learn skills, a little more open-ended than the confines of the racing element of the game. That is out there for you to check out as well. What else? Here's an article at Overtake Motorsports, and they're talking about Bonito leads the charge at Baku F1 Esport for the finale number 2, but Bonito, Rasmussen, and Graham Carroll have secured their pro draft places after the Baku stunner. You can find the live action here, so if you go to this at Overtake Motorsport, it'll take you right to the F1 Esport Series, where you can watch the replay of how all that played out. And things are really starting to get exciting. That's another one of those big competitions. Not quite $100 million yet, but we're getting there. Road to VR, talking about Wipeout Omega. Getting a free demo going on tomorrow, which is actually today. This was posted. So this is through the PSVR Sony PS blog. So you'll be able to play on the PS4 and PSVR the demo today, supposedly. So if you want to check that out and not have to pay for it, you're going to want to fire up that PS4 and get in there. Yeah, Benito, Enzo is funny. He's got great charisma, and you know, one of those people in a big event that his humor side comes out versus the nervous side, which is a great thing. And he's built for being in the spotlight and built for being a sim racing star, that's for sure. I'm just the cool sighting of the week. I don't know what we're gonna call it. We don't have to give it an official name, but something really cool. Billy Strange, are you in the audience today? You might get a kick out of this one. This place is called Stone Rig Raceway in the UK, and that right there is an incredibly elaborate slot car track. I originally, I saw one on Jay Leno Garage, I think it was. That was made by a company that makes really elaborate ones, but they're actually more portable. This is like a proper in-store setting. 4 lanes, it looks like. This place, though, that's not it. They have 9 different tracks, and they are amazing, looking tracks. So if you're in the UK area and you want to just check it out, I mean, it's like 1 hour is going to cost you $9.50. That's not too bad. They say that gives you enough time to bounce around all the tracks and run like a 6-minute race. Billy Strange, what do you think of this place? Look at that. How over the top elaborate. Short tracks, though, by comparison to some slot car tracks. Look at that one. Bones. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of neat. And if I were a super, super wealthy guy, I could see this all going down in my garage. For sure. Anyway, cool looking place. And let's see, can we get a more exact location? I did know there. Here we are. They are in Hartshead, Lees. Oh, Hartshead Street, Lees. Is that the city name, Lees? Any of our Oldham region? I don't know. Unit 2, Milking Green, Hartshead Street, Lees. Oldham, OL4 5EE. So, cool place. StoneRidgeRaceway.co.uk. You can check them out. And I just thought, even though it's not sim racing, it was kind of a cool story. Cool. Something just good to look at. Yeah, really beautiful place. And inspirational just for a man cave, even if you're not building a slot car arena. So that is going to do it for today's show. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Get out there and do some racing. I have some testing that I'm going to do today, and I might just play around with doing live testing. So I've been working on this OSW. I have to do some filming, so I might just do some various different tests and do them live, so you might get more notification of live shows. And that's what it will be if I get that going. And I just want to thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for being part of the pit crew. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with another edition of the Pit Stop. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.